A report on children, excuse me, uh, released today from the child advocacy group, the Annie E. Casey Foundation, which I believe is based in either Minneapolis or St. Paul, Minnesota. Uh, and this new report found more U.S. children now living in poverty than before the huge banks decided to rip everybody off and cause millions of families in this country to go belly up. And they get away with it. They get away with it every time. Yeah. So the collateral damage, as it always is, whether it's war, economic failure, disease, whatever it is, the children, the main casualty, that part of the population that bears the brunt of these social or atmospheric or political upheavals is always the kids, right? Now, the number, if you're interested in the number, 18% of America's children are living in poverty in 2008. That's now up to 22%. Poverty rates now are nearly double among African Americans and American Indians, and probably, or in problems are most severe in the South and the Southwest. You know, I find that so interesting because, in a real cynical way, because I'm such a cynic, but didn't all these American corporations who didn't move to Japan or Korea or Vietnam, or not Japan, but Korea or Vietnam or China or wherever, didn't a lot of those American corporations just close up in what is now referred to as the Rust Belt, move to the South and the Southwest because there were no unions to harass and hassle them, right? Remember that? The Sun Belt versus the Rust Belt. Woohoo! But for some reason, in the South and the Southwest, those are the two areas of the United States where the problems are most severe for children. How could that be? Well, you can figure that one out, can't you? Here's some things that were in the report. The studies cover 16 different measures. It gets into economic well-being, healthcare, education, family issues, community issues. I mean, it's really a comprehensive study. And the problems extend beyond, and in some cases drive, these increasing poverty rates. More children were raised in single-parent homes in 2013 than in 2008. And fewer lived with parents with secure employment. Now, secure employment and two-parent households kind of go together. They are not statistically locked into some sort of framework, but they do go together. Two parents and a job. Just a job, that's all. How many people are just desperately, looking for a job? We see these numbers like the unemployment in America is down to 5 point whatever. You know that's a lie. Now, it's also a deliberate lie. And it's also a statistical lie. And it's also a lie because the way the numbers are figured to get to that 5.4, 5.8, whatever it is, I don't pay any attention to it anymore because it's utterly and absolutely meaningless. If you have a population group of 1,000 people and they're all unemployed, and you're just going to do statistics on that group, then the unemployment rate's 100%. If you give half of them jobs, then the unemployment rate is 50%. If you pay them $7 an hour, the unemployment rate is still 50%. But it might as well be 100% because who lives on $7 an hour, you see? So what happens? Well, the stressors that start to bear in on the family and the kids and the spouse and yada, 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 eventually takes its toll. And this works, whether it's a gay, straight, transgender, lesbian, a GBT, MNOQ family. It doesn't make any difference, regardless what the right-wing Christians will tell you. This has to do with family coherency, family unity. If there's no job, if there's no way to take care of each other, your kids, the two spouses, or whatever your arrangement is, or the arrangement is, if there's no way to take care of all those things you have to do when you're a family, then what happens? Well, the family dissolves. By definition, if you can't take care of the family, it dissolves. But that's what capitalism's all about. It is. Capitalism is all about driving income as low as you can possibly take it and then kicking the asses of the people who can't find a job or kicking the asses of the people who can't live on minimum wage and telling them, well, you should go get a job. Mark my words. It may not come in my lifetime, it may not come in your lifetime, but eventually, if we don't all boil away in this heat, eventually there is going to be an upheaval in this country and on this planet that's going to be pretty damn gruesome.